This is your homework helper, Mrs. Anderson. Today I will help you with Chapter 1 Review. We are reviewing place value. Please have your homework page ready and let's begin. This first page is your vocabulary check. What I'm going to do is go through and explain each of these words to you, and then you'll do the vocabulary check by your own. Okay, we know that a decimal is when we have a number with a decimal point in it. So if I have 23 and 4/10, we call that a decimal. Okay, a period is when I have my place value frame and everything, okay, every 3 places is called a period. So we have the ones period, the hundreds period, the millions period, and so on. Okay, a decimal point is just the dot. Okay, place value is when we're talking about where we put numbers when we're writing them down. We're talking about the places. Equivalent decimals means they are equals. A place value chart is very similar to a place value frame. Expanded form is when you add up each of the places, such as 3 and 2/10 is 3 is in the ones column, plus 2 is in the tenths column. And standard form is just the regular way that we write numbers, like 32 and 6/10. Okay, so you may want to push pause and work on the rest of this page and then turn it back on. Okay, looking on the back, let's take a look at what your assignment is on this. You're going to name the place of the highlighted digit. So you'll say what place this is, and then you'll write the value of the digit. Now remember, when you write the value, that means how much it is worth. So if I have 32 and 4/10, and I underline, and I have the 4 highlighted, the 4 is in the tenths place, and its value is how much it's worth. It is worth 4/10. So the other numbers don't really matter when I'm asking for the value. I'm just asking, what is this number worth? Okay, you'll do the same thing on this one. Name the place that the 6 is in, and then write how much the 6 is worth, or in other words, its value. Okay, you're going to write each number in standard form. And so just write the numbers down the regular way. 94,207,108. And then you'll write this number in standard form. You'll need to read it in expanded form. You know that I like to go like this. 8 times, and this is the place it's in, 8 times 1 million, so 8's going to be in the millions place. 5 times 10,000, 2 times 1,000, and 6 times 100. I would recommend that you do a writing frame. That you do a place value frame like this. We don't have any decimals, so you could write it like this and then write each of the numbers down. Okay, moving on to the next one. You're going to shade the model to show each fraction. So you'll shade the model, and then you're going to write each fraction as a decimal. Okay, so here we have 100 little squares. You'll need to color in 19 of them, and then write down how would you write 1900ths as a decimal. And then you'll do the same here to 8/10. Okay, going on to number 14 and 15, you're going to read them. They're written in word form, and you need to write them in standard form and expanded form. When you do standard form, I would recommend that you do a place value frame. When you do expanded form, make sure that you write the place first. The digit first. Digit goes first, times by its place. Okay, then you add the next digit and so on. All right, let's look at the next numbers, the next section. 16 through 21, you're going to use a comparison symbol, either the less than, greater than, or equal sign, to make a true statement. So here I have the number 14,589 and 14,985. You may want to write those in a column Make sure they're nice and straight. Make sure that the places are straight, I should say. Then there will be numbers you can cancel out and decide which number is greater, and make sure that the bigger side is open to the bigger number. Okay, and when you do decimals, it's going to be really important that the decimals are straight. And then you'll look at the numbers and determine how to do it, which comparison symbol to write in there. Order the set of numbers from least to greatest. Least means smallest, greatest means largest. So I would recommend that you write these numbers in a column, and then write the next numbers in the column, and so on. And when there's an empty space, if you want to annex a 0, that is fine. But make sure that the decimal is straight in each number, and then write them from least to greatest. Okay, and then you get to do some problem solving. Let's go through them together. The first one, 1 cup is equal to 5/10 of a pint. Write this fraction as a decimal. Okay, this is what we know, 5/10. Okay, 1 cup is equal to 5/10. And what you need to do is write it as a fraction. 24, Charles is moving from Springfield, which has 482,653 people, to Greenville, which has 362,987 people. Is he moving to a city with a greater or smaller population? I know the number in Springfield, and I know the number in Greenville, and I need to find out, is he moving to a city that's greater or smaller in population? So you'll write the word greater or smaller, then write a semicolon, and then it says explain. The way that you can explain is by saying that this number is smaller than this number, or this number is greater than this number, or you could even write a comparison symbol. Write one number here, comparison symbol, and write the other number, and that will be a way to explain your answer. 25, the Pacific Ocean has 64,186,300 square miles. How many square miles is the Pacific Ocean in standard form? We know that standard form is writing it in digits. So here's what we know, and then we write it in standard form. That's what we need to do. All right, and test practice. Oh, I'm going to go back to this one more time and just recommend that you do writing a place value frame. Which number results in a true sentence in 475 is less than? You'll go through these numbers and choose a number that's a number that's greater than 475. 475 has to be less than the number that you choose. Thanks for watching this homework helper video. If you have questions, feel free to ask me tomorrow at school.